Is like you middle of nowhere, gotta find some food. You're in the fucking rainforest. You find some twigs, put them together, try to make a fire. Once you make the fire, you got something going. You go find food. Once you find food and find resources, then you have something to work off of. And then once you do that, you can start building different things. You can build a tent. You can build a bigger house. You can build a fucking tree house. I don't know. You can fucking farm for more animals and get more clothing. I don't know. You just start with the fucking twigs first, start the fire, and then you from there you can make any decision from there. So like in the beginning, like for me, like I didn't know how I was gonna make trading work, but it was more of like, alright, nigga, I just gotta start.
You gotta start. I understand.
I don't know what I'm doing, but like I would rather keep burning myself than not burning myself at all and just sitting in the cold. I would rather burn myself with the fire than just sitting there in the cold. Cause at least I know every time I get burnt by the fire, I'm heating up. I'm getting heat. I'm getting warm.
Mm-hmm.
So the biggest advice that I can give you is like just overall think of it in a perspective of like you being trapped in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do then? What is your goal? What like do you want to get out? You want to get out of the woods? Do you want to stay there forever? Like what is your goal? What do you want to do? And then from there you use like, hey, I want to get off this island. I want to get off this rainforest or whatever. I want to get out of here. So then you just start doing shit so that way you can kind of, build yourself up cuz in the beginning you can't just like run and try to get off the island. You don't know where you're at. So in the beginning, you kind of get a feel for everything, get some supplies, get some stuff, so you can get prepared to get off the ship, or I meant to get off the island, whatever. That's the best way I can explain like the beginning for me. Like I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do or how I was gonna do it, but I was like, I just I just moved, I just did something, and then like if something like let's say if I started and I had to do it a different way, then I'll just be like, okay, it needs to be done this way. So how do I do it this way? So you have to be very flexible with everything. You have to be open minded, taking criticism, taking mistakes, taking opinions. But once again, take opinions from people that is like from where you want to be. You don't want to take opinions from people. You're not gonna if you're gonna ask a nigga how to survive in the woods, you want to ask a fucking teacher. You want to ask a school teacher how to survive in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, it just goes back down to like, what do you want, and then when you want it, like, what is your goal to get that? What is your goal to get that? And then you build smaller goals to get to that point, and then you're like, okay, bet. If I want to make X amount of money, I got to make this first. I got to make this first. I got to make that first, and then I'll get there. I want to make 10K a month. Okay, first I got to get it to 1K. Second, I got to get to 2.5K. Then I got to get to 5K. And then I got to get to 8K, and then I'm at 10K. It was really about just starting and then setting the goals and setting what your expectations is, because you don't want to ever get into something and just do it. Yeah, you're supposed to get up and do it, but when you get up and do it, you got to have a plan behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So build your plan. Once you have your plan, you got to just start. Just start it. All right, chat. Currently in Target, bro. Like a little normal person. You see no chain today? Regular watch. I'm a normal citizen. I'm a normal human being. Yes. I love being normal. But I'm up 52,000, bro. Don't play. Hey, man, we got to start living like this. I feel like Bill Gates. I'm not going to lie. But welcome to today's vlog. Today, I'm going to go over trend reversals and just overall how to, get better at spotting the market structure and knowing when the trend is going to change. But that's going to be later in the video. I'm going to timestamp it right here so you know exactly what time to go to. But for the meantime, you're just going to see, a vlog of me just doing regular, normal human activities. Huh. I'm with my personal assistant, Mrs. Oh, she hates that word. But personal assistant, Z. I think she's getting me shirts. What are you doing? Oh, she's getting me my shirts. Look at her. She thinks she know me for real. She knows I guess, I don't know how she knows I need shirts, but I guess I do need shirts. Anyways, um, today's been a day, man. Been on calls all day, and on these calls, a lot of people are doing really good. Not gonna lie, I think the only thing that most people kind of struggle with is like finding that set goal that they need to make. But overall, I think everybody's doing so good. So I'm glad that the ICC trading videos are really working for you guys. Matter of fact, if it's working for you guys, comment down below ICC works, and then if it doesn't, give me your problem or something you struggle with so I can kind of help you and guide you through it. But other than that, I think everybody's doing pretty good so far. So if you haven't already, go watch 1 through 9. I think we're already at 1 through 9, and yeah, just kind of go through all of that, rewatch it until it makes sense. And yeah, I'm the best trading baller there is. Like, they might as well call me Kyrie Irving. I'm hitting my I'm hitting my TPs like this. Y'all see the form? Yo, get off my ass. So today I'm going to talk about trend reversals. It's pretty simple to kind of understand, so you're not lost on where price is going. I think a lot of people don't do this when it comes to ICC. So basically, for the new people that's probably watching this video, ICC is basically the indication, correction, continuation of the markets. So it's basically a 3-step process of how you can identify a trend and you can take advantage of the trend. So let me go ahead and get into the video by starting off with pivot points, highs and lows. For my beginners, please use pivot point highs and lows. I actually have it on so I can have it ready for you already. But this is gonna help just a bit to help you, understand swing highs and swing lows. I want you guys to use this not as something to find your setups, but to use it to understand what swing highs and swing lows look like. So basically, just go and mark all the swing highs and swing lows that price has marked here. And then also as well, it's not always going to mark every single one. So you have to just overall learn what the difference is. So as you can see, these are all my swing highs, swing lows. And this is very important. Ooh, wrong way. This is very important. And for the people that want to know, all you got to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 5, 6. Click this, go down, and you can get the curve tool right here. I have the ellipse, path, rectangle, arrow. I don't have these on. And then I use trend line. And when I use the trend line, to get it to go straight, all you got to do is while you're drawing it, hold shift down and then draw your line out. So if y'all want to know how to do that. Also as well, I'm going to show you my chart colors too for the people that want to know. So if you go here, this is the number for both of them. So that is the green that I'm using. And then this is the red that I'm using. So with that being said, normally I have this down to like 50%. But I don't think I cared too much this past couple of weeks. But yeah. So anyways, swing highs, swing lows is very, very important. I'm gonna go ahead and take all this off because I don't need it. Swing highs, swing lows are very, very important. Matter of fact, sorry y'all. I'm so sorry. I think that's why I turned them. Oh, because it was on 20 something. Okay. Makes sense, makes sense. I was like, why can't I see my wicks? So what you want to identify is basically your swing highs and swing lows only on the higher time frame. You're going to use your swing highs and swing lows on a lower time frame, but you kind of want to start off on the 4-hour time frame or that 1-hour time frame. This case, we're using 2-hour. Everything's still the same. Everything is literally the same process. I'm just using it so you can see what I'm talking about when it comes to the trend. So actually, I'm going to scale down to this 1 hour. I'm going to go ahead and widen everything out. And what I want you to pay attention to is structure overall. So there will be minor trends, minor breaks inside the markets that kind of get you out of your game. But I want you to remember everything is an overall structure. And what I mean by that is, like, if we look here, we have these 2 high levels. These 2 high levels ended up telling us that, hey, sellers are at the markets here, right? Pushing price down. Since 1 sec. Let me also check. Yep. Boom. Good. All right. So since price has sellers at this level pushing price down, this shows us that, hey, sellers are going to push price from here to here. So now we have our next level. But so with this level too as well, we can mark this. We can mark this, but I want you guys to pay attention to the fact that when price makes its low and it goes up for its resistance level, it goes up for its high, it comes here, right? And then it goes down, makes a new low. Then when it goes back for another correction, look where the high level stops, right? So now you can see that the lower highs are coming into the markets, and then you have lower high here, lower high here, lower high here, right? So I'm gonna just go ahead and mark this lower high because it is very significant to what I'm gonna say next. The reason why we know price, because last week I did take this trade for the people that have been watching some of my trades on Telegram. I'm gonna put my Telegram link in the bio for the people that kind of want to watch my trades, or if you need some trading advice outside of YouTube or whatever the case might be. I'm gonna put my Telegram link in the bio and my Instagram link. Please, please, if a trades by side, a bot account tries to comment under you with a WhatsApp group or something, please stay away from it. It is not me. I will not text you first. Um, I will not ask for crypto. I will not send you my WhatsApp because I don't have one. Just follow the links that I have in my bio. If it's not in my bio, it's not me. Stop asking. So, with this being said, overall, I want you to pay attention to the fact that we have lower high. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark everything out for you so everything makes sense to you as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. I'm gonna come here, go to my text, and then we're gonna go lower high. Gonna make this bigger. So we got lower high. Go ahead and put this one again, lower high, because this one's lower than the previous one. Actually, this would just be considered the highest point currently. So we could just say high, lower high, and then we're going to drag this. We're going to hold down command, or for some people it might be function, and then you can just copy it over, right? So we have lower high, hold down command, copy it to here, and now we have lower high. So lower high, and then price ends up breaking here. So right here is when price breaks structure, and this is our first indication move. Our first indication moves end up making a high. Now, this high is very important because now this is considered a higher high. Why is this considered a higher high? And why is this higher high important? So now we're going to type higher high. I'm going to put this here. And the reason why this is very important because the previous lower high should not get broken if price is bearish. If price is bearish, then price will not break its fundamental structure. Sorry about that. I'm always saying fundamental structure. So since it made a higher high, we see an indication in the market, a correction. So now we have our higher low. So once again, go back here and we're going to put higher low. So now since we have a higher high and a higher low in this market, we now can tell that price is becoming bullish. Once again, I can do all of this real time for the people that stay saying like, oh, you're only saying this. Like, we can check the stats. Like, we can check the stats, bro. I've been doing this for 4 years. I do exactly what I preach. I've shown it in my TradeZilla. I've shown it in my Telegram. Trust me, it's there. This works. You just got to believe and trust the process. So, with this being said, we have higher highs in the market. We took advantage of this as well on that New York session. So, this was that New York session that we took advantage of. Price sold off 9:30 and then started to build back up, which we then scaled down to a 15-minute time frame to take that entry back up. But if you want to know more about that, it's going to be in my previous video or in my Telegram. But I want you to understand that when price is going on a reversal, you need to pay attention to the swing highs. Once again, if you have problems with swing highs, just flip this little indicator on. You don't have to, make it your secret sauce. Just flip it on, look at your swing highs, and be like, okay, got it. I got my swing highs. Once again, it's not going to mark every single one of them because the indicator is not perfect, but it gives you a gist, it gives you an understanding what you need to be looking for. So then our next swing high ended up making this full push, right? So this full push ended up making a high. So this full push made this high, and we can see that it also made that level of support. This is very important because price got to one point and then it made a total shift. Once it made that total shift, we can see that this is our support level. This is how you're going to always find when price is going to reverse. Just track your highs and lows. So we're going to put this as our higher high. We see this is our higher low. So come in, boom, higher low, and then price ends up breaking the higher low. So this is where we're going to figure out when the trend is reversing. Because remember, fundamentally, price is not going to break the basics, right? Once it breaks the basics, that's when you need to think in your head, okay, the trend is getting ready to reverse. So in this case, this is our first indication to let us know that the trend is going to reverse. We see that buyers are sitting in the markets at this level. Since buyers are sitting at that market, we can see that price ends up pushing up, creating a lower high. Why would this be considered a lower high sign? Obviously, because it's lower than the previous high, right? So if you start getting lower highs, what does that tell you? So we're going to put this lower high, boom, put that right there. So if we're getting lower highs, what starts to happen? Price gets to its highest point, pushes down, builds a lower high, go down more, pushes back up, lower high, goes down more. So what do you think when price goes and make this lower high, lower than the look at this, it's the same thing. Literally the same thing. You can't even make it up. Look, price comes up, highest point, sells. Pulls up, highest point, sells. Pushes back, comes and makes a lower high, sells. Sells. Price is pushing up, trying to make a new lower high. Once it makes that lower high, what is it going to do? Sell. Let's bet to you that price for gold will sell down to first these levels at 3,312, and then it will sell down to 3,286. If I'm right, you owe me a candy bar. Now, with that being said, I'm not gonna waste too many of y'all guys' time. You know, it was a quick little lesson for you, but I hope this makes sense of how to spot the reversals. Reversals are very easy. You just have to focus on your higher time frame, swing highs and swing lows. Stay off of the 30 minutes, stay off of the 15 minute, stay off the 5 minute until you understand what trend you are in. At this point of the market, the only thing that should be running through your head is, okay, price is bearish. It's looking to make a lower high, most likely, because I see that it came to a level and it started to push up. Wait for New York session, scale into that 15-minute time frame to wait for price to go back bearish. So right now, price is building. So price is building those higher highs and higher lows. So now we have to wait for price to what? Give us that high, push down, give us a lower high, and then we utilize that. You're looking, so the same thing you look on the higher time frame, when it's ready, when it's time for you to take your entry, you need to look for the same exact thing. The whole market structure, ICC, everything can be done on the, like, everything can be done on every single time frame. Nothing changes. If you need to scale down and go to the 15, you're looking for the same market structure that I'm telling you to do on the 1 hour. You're looking for the same thing on the 15-minute. So with that being said, hope you have an amazing day. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And if you made it this far, once again, just say ICC works. And yeah, I love you guys. Make sure you guys follow me on Telegram, Twitter, and then Instagram. All trades by Sai, and everything is going to be linked in the bio.